Good morning, students. Hope all of you are safe at home. In the last previous lectures, we studied about the concept of respiration and human respiratory system. In this lecture, we are going to study in a quick revision or short revision of the human respiratory system. Now, under the human respiratory system, first we studied that the human respiratory system, in which, if you observe, this is our facial, this nose, mouth, this is our neck region. Okay. Now our nose, it leads into a cavity. This cavity, it is called as nasal chamber. Okay. And this is our mouth. It opens into the passage. This passage is called as buccal cavity. In short, our nose opens into nasal chamber and our mouth, it opens into buccal cavity. Okay. Now, through our nose, this air comes in, and through our mouth, food comes in. That is, through the nose, air comes in the nasal cavity, and through buccal cavity, food comes in the buccal cavity. Now, this air, it goes towards the trachea, that is windpipe, and this food, it goes to our esophagus. Okay. In short, this trachea, it is also called as windpipe, and esophagus, it is also called as food pipe. Okay. Now these two structures, these are present in our neck region as like tubes. Now the first one tube, which is present anteriorly here, it is trachea, or it is called as windpipe, and behind this trachea, our esophagus, that is food pipe, is present. Now this trachea, it is having the opening. This opening is called as glottis, and our esophagus, it is having opening. This opening is called as gullet. Now when we inspire, the air goes through our nose, through the external nostrils. From these internal layers, it goes towards the trachea. See? Now this passage, it is called as pharynx. What it called as? It is called as pharynx. Okay. And when we consume the food, this food through the buccal cavity, it goes into the esophagus. Now here, the passage of air and passage of food, it is crossed, and this conical region, here is the formation of funnel shaped area. This is called as pharynx. Now this pharynx, it is divided into three regions. The first one, nasopharynx. Second one region is laryngopharynx, and third one region is the oropharynx. Now this pharynx is nothing, it is not a part, it is a conical area or funnel shaped area which is just behind the nose. It is called as nasopharynx. Then here, this region just called as oropharynx, and here the region, this is called as laryngopharynx. Okay. Now when we inhale, air goes into trachea, and when we consume food, this food goes into the esophagus. Now this glottis, it is covered by a cartilaginous flap-like structure. See here, when we observe these tubes, this is trachea, this is esophagus, air goes in this direction, food goes in this direction. Now, this trachea, uppermost area, it is covered by a structure. This structure is called as larynx. And this larynx anteriorly covered by a cartilaginous flap. This flap is called as epiglottis. What is called as epiglottis? This epiglottis is very much important because it closes the opening of the trachea. This is windpipe or trachea. Okay. When air goes inside the trachea and food is swallowed by mistake, if any food particle it goes into trachea, it may create the trouble for the respiration. Hence, this epiglottis, it prevents the entry of the food particle into trachea. Simply, if you observe, see, this is the tracheal opening from the above. If you observe, epiglottis, it is attached to the thyroid cartilage as like this. Okay, and this opening, it closes the opening of trachea to prevent the entry of particle. If we consider, suppose this is the opening of the trachea, then here is the presence of this epiglottis. When we swallow, this opening is closed. Hence, food particle cannot go inside the trachea. And then it again opens when we inhale. This is the main function of epiglottis. Now, this trachea, it is internally provided with C-shaped cartilaginous rings. These are partial C-shaped cartilaginous rings, and our trachea internally provided with the ciliated epithelium. Now, this trachea, it divides into two branches. These are called as bronchi. What is called as bronchi? This one is left bronchi, in singular bronchus, and this one is right one, that is right bronchus. Now these bronchi goes into respective lungs. These lungs are as like this, triangular. This left lung, it consists of a smaller notch. This is the notch. This notch is called as cardiac notch because here there is location of our heart. Now this one lung, it is right lung, and this is left lung. Now once this bronchi it enters, it is also provided with the C-shaped cartilaginous rings. Okay. Internally, the right lung is divided into three lobes. This is upper lobe, this is middle lobe, and this is lower lobe. And this left one lobe, it is only divided into two lobes. This is upper one, this is lower one. Now, once the bronchi enters inside the lung, it is divided into three branches. One goes into upper one lobe, second goes into middle one, and next one goes into the third one lobe. Now these are called as secondary bronchi. What is called as secondary bronchi. Here also same, it divides into two and it goes into the respective lobes. These are secondary bronchi. These are again divided into the smaller capillary-like, network-like, capillary-like windpipes. These are called as tertiary bronchioles. Already we studied in the last lecture. Now these lungs, these are covered by a double membrane, and these membranes are called as pleural membrane. What is called as pleural membranes. This is first and this one is second one. On the both the lungs there is covering of the pleural membrane. Now this innermost membrane is called as visceral pleural membrane, and outer one is called as parietal visceral membrane. In between these two membranes there is a space. This space is called as perivisceral space, and it is filled with the fluid, that is pleural fluid. And this pleural fluid, which fluid? Pleural fluid, it avoids the friction of the lungs with the ribs. Okay. Now important thing is that this larynx, which is called as sound box, or here we can observe it as this is the larynx, and this larynx internally it consists of the vocal cords, and due to the vibration of vocal cord there is production of the sound. Sound is produced due to the vibration of the vocal cords. Now one most important thing is that we can speak during exhalation. During inhalation we cannot speak, sound is not produced. During exhalation we can speak. At that time there is vibration of the vocal cords. Okay. In short, we studied about these lungs. Anatomy of the lungs last time we studied. That is, internally these lungs consist of alveoli, and these alveoli consist of air sacs. Okay. If we consider one of the alveoli, it observes as like the bunch of the grapes. Such type of alveoli are present, and these alveoli, these are responsible for the exchange of the air. See, these lungs, these are completely covered by the network of the blood capillaries, and these blood capillaries, these are called as pulmonary blood capillaries. Remember this point, which is important during the understanding of the mechanism of respiration. That is, both the lungs, these are covered by the capillary network of the blood vessels. These are called as pulmonary capillaries. Okay. I hope that is you are completely revised the human respiratory system. Also we are going through the notes also. Some of the students also completed their homeworks, and now after the revision of human respiratory system, the next one in the lecture we are going to study about the mechanism of respiration. That is how respiration takes place. Thank you.